Huh? Good morning, and we want to welcome everyone to Breakfast with the Greens. We're your host. I'm James Greene.
And I am Cynthia Greene, and we are America's favorite couple.
So we're coming to you again this Saturday morning in our kitchen area, and this month is actually Couples Appreciation Month and Couples Romance Month. National Romance Month. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I think we talked about it last week or maybe the week before. I don't know if we came on last week because we were a little busy. But anyway, so if you want to listen about romance and about appreciating your couple, just share this out. That's all you got to do. You can go to the bottom of the screen and hit the share button. Share through these live optics lines on what you appreciate. You can talk to your spouse, your lover, girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, whatever the case may be, about what you appreciate them for. Or you can talk about romance, what you like to do in romance. This is what all we're going to be talking about. So again, you can just go to the bottom of the screen, hit the share button, or you can start a watch party. And that's what I like to do because people always want to know what you're watching. People want to know, so what you've been watching? So what you've been looking at? Well, I've been looking at this. Oh, share it with me so I can see it also. So maybe I can learn some things. And that's what this is all about. This is about learning. This is about dropping some nuggets so you get some ideas on how to proceed, how to grow your relationship, how to grow the two of you closer together, how to just build on it. So they're the two things you can do. Start a watch party or go to the bottom of the screen and hit the share button.
So you guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. You know what? It is a beautiful, sun shining Saturday morning here in the state of Maryland. At least on my side of Maryland it is. And I just want to know, what are you guys doing today to enjoy this day? So just post it in the feed. Let us know. What are y'all doing today? It's Saturday. You got any plans? You're going shopping. You got to get groceries. The kids got some activities. You got a date today, like going to lunch or dinner. Let us know. We want to know, what are you doing today? So as James said, this month is National Couple Appreciation Month and it's National Couple Romance Month. Can you believe they got both the same in 1 month? So last week we did not have a show. Right. We were busy. We had guests. And then the week before that, we talked about National Couple Appreciation, how to appreciate your spouse. So today we're going to talk about how to create romance in your relationship. But we're going to give you some new ideas. I think that we got some good ones today, other than the traditional things that you hear people telling couples to do. Like, I have some things to share, something that James and I actually do that I think is super, super duper romantic. But while we're sharing our great ideas, we want you to share in the group what your ideas are too.
Right. And let me just say that when you talk about romance, and men, this is for you, or ladies, you could chime in and agree that romance is actually a need for a woman. Women rather need romance, because when you find someone attractive or you're attracted to somebody and you start dating whatever, it's that romance that leads them to fall in love with you and maybe want to be with you. We talk about it in our kiss shine, that dopamine. That dopamine kicks in, and that's the chemical that causes you to fall in love. But it doesn't happen just by accident. It happens because you are romancing them. So let me just say that women need romance. It is important for them. And that's how you build on the relationship.
And also, you know what? You have some women that have that googly eyes and they just got that warm, fuzzy inside and they just want to love all over you. Guys, that romance can do that for us. And doesn't take a lot to create a lot of romance. Right. There's some really simple things you can do that can make your woman feel all warm and fuzzy towards you and just feel good inside. And this is not about either one, the man or the woman, making the other person happy, like happy in life. You got to find that joy from within. You got to find that joy from God. But we're just talking about some things to keep your relationship hot, keep it fresh, keep it spicy, and just keep y'all connected to one another.
And romance is the key, because what it does is it lowers that self-protection. All of us are protecting ourselves. Let's be honest, especially women. They're protecting their heart, because trust me, even the men, all of our hearts have been broken at one time or another, maybe. Right? So now we have that protection. And that romance actually lowers that self-protection and allows you to enter into their atmosphere, enter into their heart, enter into their love.
Mm-hmm.
That's why romance is the key. You can't get anything started, especially for a woman that's had her heart broken, or even a man. We put up those walls. And the only way you can penetrate those walls is by the act of romance.
Yeah, and romance also helps to really create a special bond in your relationship. So, it really helps you to get connected and feel connected and stay connected. That's just the way romance was designed. That's why you're not romantic with somebody that you're not don't really care about, or you're not in love with, or falling in love with, or want to build a relationship with. You don't do romantic things with people you don't care about like that.
And let me also say that romance is a communication tool, right? And what does it communicate? It communicates that the person in your life is a priority. We know a lot of things kick in when the two of you are together. Maybe
it's a non-verbal communication tool.
Right.
Wow, that's good.
Because maybe that, life happens. Let's be honest. Work, job, school, kids, whatever the case may be. But romance is that, like Cynthia said, a non-verbal communication that shows your partner that they are a priority in your life.
Yes. And also, it's very rewarding to the relationship. It keeps that spunk. It keeps you that relationship more connected. It gives you new experiences together. It creates memories. We always talk about date night. So a lot of things we're going to give you today is like a date night, because date night fuels that romance. It creates memories. And also when you do romantic things with your mate, it tells them that they are a priority, just like date night. It's the same concept.
Right. And she hit it on the head that it keeps that, let's just say
it brings you closer together too.
It keeps that relationship new. Let's say that, so to speak. Because, as men, sometimes we think that the love we had, the past love, or the things we've done in the past shows you the reason that we love you, so to speak. So we could always say, well, I've shown you I love you. I married you, didn't I? Or I done this, didn't I? But that's past. So how do you keep that relationship new? By romance.
Yes.
You can't, let me just say, you can't keep dwelling on what you did in the past and think that will keep the relationship going on and on and on, and new fires burning, so to speak, and to have you progress if you keep focusing on things you've done in the past and you haven't did anything in the future. Because all that leads to is that maybe you're taking me for granted. Now that you have me, you haven't done anything else.
And that's how a relationship becomes dull and boring, and you're just living that day-to-day relationship. You got to do some new and spicy things, or you got to do things that your spouse is just interested in doing. James always talk about sacrifice leads to success. Right? So you've got to sacrifice and do some things that your spouse wants to do. So if you know that your marriage, your relationship has been stuck in a rut lately, and things have become very routine-ish, somebody's got to do something different. Somebody's got to take a stand and do something. A lot of us, we keep waiting for our mate to do something. I was sharing to some friends the other day. I might have been on this show. I said, I don't just wait to get what I want from my husband all the time. Sometimes I'll be like, babe, I need a hug. And I'll put my arms out, and he'll walk into my arms and give me a hug, and I'll just hold on to him for a little while.
And let me say that also romance, when life kicks in, sometimes we get anxious for things.
Yeah.
Romance lowers that anxiety. It allows you to relax. It releases your stress, because a lot of times life happens. When life happens, sometimes it can be stressful. Life can be stressful, especially if you're working or going to school and starting a business, and sometimes you're doing all three. And now you're stressed. You're trying to say, okay, how can I find the time to fit all of this into my day? How can I find the time to do the things? Maybe I have to take care of children. Maybe I have to go pick them up from soccer practice or football or cheer or dance, whatever the case may be. How can I find time to do all this? But when that romance happens, it lowers that anxiety. It allows you to relax. It allows you to be stress-free, because now you're feeling good. You're building that relationship, and it allows you to relax and allows you to carry on, so to speak.
Yes, so a lot of the ideas that we are going to give you, it's either going to slow you down and cause you to relax, or it's going to be so exciting, get your blood pumping, you won't have time to think about the worries and cares of the world. So again, y'all start posting in the group, in the feed. Let us know what it is that you love to do that may be romantic with your mate, or just some fun and exciting adventure that you do. Share it with us. So you ready to start sharing? All right. So I am first going to share something that I personally like to do that we started doing recently. How about taking a shower in the dark? Now, people always talk about take a shower together, but what we started doing is taking a shower. We don't turn the lights on in the bathroom. We don't turn the lights on in the shower because there's a light right in the shower. To leave the light off, we bought a Bluetooth music thing for the shower. So we have a Bluetooth in there. We turn the music on. And yes, guess what, y'all? We took it up another notch. We have these things called shower bombs. And they're these little discs. You put it on the floor of the shower, and as the water hits the floor and hits those shower bombs, it makes the shower smell good. Another thing is we have this little device in there, battery operated, and it has you put these oil valves on there, and you turn it on, and the oil smells get into the room like aromatherapy. So we have taken our shower to another level. We even have a bench in there. We sit on the bench and we relax, we talk, we listen to the music, we let the water beat on us while we're sitting down. Now that is romantic. So take your showers to another level by doing any of those things we just mentioned, either the music, the shower bomb, the oil smells, whatever it is. Sit, relax, talk in the shower. What you got?
For me, this is something that I know plenty of couples do. We also do, and we see couples out there doing. Take a walk together.
Yes.
That allows.
And hold hands.
That allows.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next time we go walking. That's why it's laughing.
We do sometimes if we don't have.
No, yeah, we've been taking the dog, so we don't get to hold hands.
But if you take walks together, it allows the two of you just to be close. Yeah. And like Sydney said, hold hands. Not only are you close, it's just the two of you out there in nature.
And you can talk.
Yup.
And enjoy the time.
And what it does is not only does it bring you closer together, it helps you to relax because you're getting your steps in. And I know people count their steps. You get your walk. You get your heart rate up. And just think, as you're getting your heart rate up, you're relaxing also because you're with the one you love. You're just taking a nice walk together.
Yeah, and so another thing you can do while you're walking that we do too, walk, but then have spurts of energy where you actually jog or run. So when we walk, we run up the hill coming back. So then like James says, that gets your heart rate up. So make your walk interesting. Don't just walk. And you know what's so good about walking? Usually you're not on your electronics. You can't really look at your cell phone or while you're walking because you got to look where you're going. So it's another good time for you to spend time together because you're techless. Is what I want to say.
Right, and that's the thing. You can't look at your phone.
Right,
because you're actually focusing on where you're going and holding hands, and you're talking about probably things you see outside, nature.
Right.
Like look at that tree. Oh, that's beautiful.
And that's another thing on the walk. Notice the nature as you're walking along. Notice the different things that you see as you're walking along. So now I want to take a walk with my honey without the dog, okay? But no, it's all good with the dog. We can still hold hands even though you got the dog. I'm holding your hand next time. All right, y'all. So most of my romantic things are around the house. So let me share you my next romantic thing. Now, you've heard this before, but I'm going to put a few different spins on it. So one of the things that I love to do now that we have it is I love to sit outside on the deck or the patio. So what I'm suggesting is that you get 2 chairs and you sit out on the deck or the patio or just place them in your backyard in the grass and the dirt, whatever you have, and sit and relax and enjoy the sunset. And then when the stars start coming up, identify the different stars in the sky. See if you can find like the Big Dipper, Little Dipper. Just enjoy sitting outside under the starry skies. And another spin to that is you could have your laptop out there with you and watch a movie while you're sitting outside, or Have your soft music. No, have your soft music playing while you're sitting out there, or fast if that's what you like. But take sitting outside to another level. Just the two of you relaxing together and talking. You're spending time together. So there's so many variations that you can do if you're sitting outside.
Right. And that's what's good when you say you add them two together. You take a walk to the park and then sit on a bench together.
Oh, that's good too. Yeah.
You can sit on the bench and
people watch.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew she was gonna say that.
That's
One of our favorite things to do. People watch.
Yep. We love the people watch. Yep.
But that's something you can do and just enjoy each other's company. And here's something that I know, we know there's COVID and everything going on, but now that things are getting a little better, you can go on a romantic retreat.
Okay.
You know, you can either go on a couples retreat with other couples, you know, where you can learn to build your marriage and at the same time enjoying each other's company, maybe on a white sandy beach or somewhere like that. Or
if you want to know about a really good couples retreat, reach out to us. We're going on one in December with some other couple friends of ours that is having a couples retreat.
Or if it's not a romantic couples retreat, you can do a romantic getaway. You could drive somewhere, stay in a hotel or stay in a bed and breakfast or whatever the case may be. Just the two of you, go somewhere together and stay away from everyone else, away from the family, just the two of you.
Or it can be what everybody calls a staycation.
Right.
If you do a staycation, I have two suggestions. One of them is do a B&B, because they're more like homey. And guess what? When you wake up in the morning, they cook you a personal breakfast. They can either serve you in bed or you can go sit at their dining room table and have breakfast.
But you know what? That's good. When you're talking about a chef, right? Because you get the chef. Just think of that. If the two of you are together and have a personal chef.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing.
You don't even have to lift a finger to get something to eat.
Hire a chef to come to your house
right.
and cook you breakfast in bed. And then the other thing I was going to say about the staycation, go stay at a hotel that has hot tubs in the room. You know, do something different. Don't just go stay in a hotel room. Find a hotel that has a hot tub in the room. Splurge. Get the presidential suite. Get the penthouse suite where there usually is a hot tub or a jacuzzi.
I was thinking that time we went to the Poconos.
Yeah, we had somewhere like the Poconos.
Or a hot tub in
it was room. A pool, heart-shaped pool. Some people think that's chintzy though, but I loved it. We had a great time.
But what is that? And think of the place that people go.
A lot of spas, like spa resorts, have jacuzzis in your room. What do you mean?
Night to remember.
It was a couple's getaway. Yeah, it was a couple's getaway. Yeah. So those are some great. Don't just go stay in a hotel room. Find a different type of hotel room, like we said, an Airbnb, rent a house, a B&B, a cabin. A room with the hot spa, jacuzzi, a hot tub. Yeah, so spice it up a little bit. Do a little something different with your staycation or getaway.
That was mine.
Oh, okay. So my next one is still back to at your home, right? So we talked about sitting outside in the chairs and watching the stars or reading or watching a movie or just stargazing, right? Or the sunset.
But that's a different one.
But no, my second one is do a sleepover in the backyard. Okay,
what?
Take some sleeping bags outside and do a sleepover in your backyard. Sorry. Why not? Sleep under the stars.
Sorry.
Would you do that, Catherine? Our daughter's laughing. Our daughter's laughing. Cat, would you sleep under the stars in your backyard in a sleeping bag?
You're talking about romance, right?
Right.
That's
not romantic.
That's camping.
Right. I think it's romantic. No. I would sleep outside in a sleeping bag with my boo.
See, and there you go. But sorry, her boo is not going to do that. Let's be honest. I am not sleeping in a sleeping bag outside in the backyard. Right. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. If you're the outdoorsy type, and both of you can get into one sleeping bag, that may be romantic.
Exactly.
Or put a sleeping bag, if you have an SUV, and put the seats down, sleep in the SUV in the back in the sleeping bag.
Now you're being creative. There you go.
Now that's different. You ain't got to be outside.
You also got to take age into account, y'all. Like, not everybody could just sleep anywhere.
Right. And like Cindy was saying, this isn't one of mine, but you were talking about watching a movie together. You can have a movie night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, watch a romantic movie, but that's not mine.
Oh, no. I want to talk about the movie night. So I have some ideas on the movie night. So if you want to have a movie night, why not put a blanket on the floor and lay on the floor and watch television? You know how you used to do with your girlfriends or your friends back in the day? They come over. Well, when kids used to come to our house, it was so many of us, everybody can't sit on the couch. We were all sitting on the floor watching television. Put a blanket, and when you have a girl sleepover, everybody's sleeping bags are on the floor. Okay, so you can do a sleepover in a sleeping bag on the floor, or put blankets down and lay on the floor and watch television. Come on, y'all, do something different. And if you got a fireplace, you can turn the fireplace on and watch movies while you're laying on the floor. And guess what else you can do while you're down there? Eat your food while you're down there. They call that a picnic. So put your food on the floor, on the blanket with you. Have a picnic on the floor while you're watching TV, or a bowl of popcorn. Come on, y'all. Be creative. Some people like that outdoorsy, simple type of stuff. Everybody don't want to do something fancy. Everybody doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money. So I'm giving you some simple at-home things to do. I hope y'all appreciate it.
I recommended movie night.
I know that, but I put a new spin on it.
She just took it and ran.
You can remove something else. So go ahead with your next.
And this is something I haven't done in a long time, but I used to do. Write a heartfelt love letter.
Ooh.
Now that is romantic. You know what? Because I know. Let's speak for men sometimes. Sometimes men don't express their feelings verbally, and sometimes it could be easier to put your words down on paper.
That's true.
So why don't you express how you feel on paper and then give it to them, or put it somewhere where they'll find it, and that lets you know how you feel about them. Writing that letter, you know, why you feel the two of you are together, what may have brought you together, how you feel about them, how you appreciate them. See, this is actually couples appreciation month too. You can write in that letter all the things that you appreciate them for, all the things that they've done. You know, because I know sometimes we may take it as men for granted, you know, that she may cook all the time or cook you dinner. But if you write it, in a letter, say, baby, I appreciate you, you know, keeping the house right and cooking right.
Do you?
Yes, I really do.
That? Yes, oh, that's so sweet, y'all.
But I used to write letters more, and I used to write poems and stuff. I just got away from that.
Right. So while we're along that same vein, see, and y'all, we didn't share our list. So he's got his stuff and I got mine. So we're playing off each other's list. So while we're on that same vein, one of the things I had down was create a couple scrapbook together. Like.
But you know, and I'm not going to cut you off, but that's key. If, say, you've been together 20 years, and if you say, remember we went to the movies, our first movie together 20 years ago, if you still have them tickets, but
you probably don't have the
tickets. Probably don't have the tickets.
But you may have tickets to a concert. You may have plane tickets. Like we keep
anything nostalgic.
Ticket stubs for our taxes. So you might go into your taxes, find a ticket stub to put in there.
Oh, yeah. Remember our honeymoon? You may have a plane ticket.
The brochure from your honeymoon or a getaway that you went on. Create a scrapbook of different things that you've done together, a trip you went on, some favorite things that you bought. Put some of your cards that you've given each other in that scrapbook. Like I say, every single card James has given
and what makes that a key
14,
is that
15 years, every card.
We also, Cindy and I always talk about creating memories. That's what date night does, create those memories. So what better way to create the memories than to start that scrapbook from when you first met? If you have any item, let me tell you something. Our really first date was in 2006. And it was St. Patrick's Day, and we had these green beads.
Rid of them.
We had these green beads that when we went to a place. It was in Cleveland at the time, where it had jazz, it had good food, it had dancing, it had live music, and they gave us these green beads, and that would have been perfect when you talk about scrapbook nostalgia. Yeah. But we moved. And she got rid of the green beads, y'all.
I sure did.
I called them my Jerry beads.
I don't know what I was thinking. I should have kept them.
I'm sorry.
But that was memories from our very first date.
They weren't my Jerry beads. Gosh. They were my Jimmy beads. She would put them on and say, Jimmy.
No,
Jimmy.
Not true. So while we're on the same vein of creating a scrapbook, the other thing I had was create a picture what do you call it? A picture collage. I'm thinking M word, but collage, right? So we have this picture frame where we took different pictures from different trips we went on, and we put it in a picture collage. So you could do something like that.
We still have that.
Yeah, we do. It's not on the wall though anymore, but we need to put it back on the wall because I like it. So a lot of people don't print out pictures anymore, but you know, you can go to your local pharmacy, you can go to Walmart and go through your phone and go back maybe 5, 10 years, however long you've been together, and print out pictures from different experiences you had, and put them in a big picture frame and put it on your wall, and then you've got a picture collage of different memories.
Yeah, and ours is, it's quite a few pictures of the places
12
we've
to
been.
15, I think.
Yeah, it might be more than that. But here's one, and man, this for you. Most women love dancing. Take them dancing.
Or dance in your house.
Right.
Y'all know I'm doing things at home. He's doing things out and
right.
about.
My things are out, her things are home. But anyway.
And we didn't plan it that way either.
Dancing allows you to come together. You know, women said a lot of them say, you don't hold me anymore, you don't do this. When you dance, it allows you to hold them. It'll bring that closeness together. It'll start that body heat, whatever the case may be. And it'll bring you, it'll build that, because now you're holding on to each other.
And I actually have on my list to do something that couples don't do anymore. Slow dance at home. Turn your YouTube or something on your TV on the wall. Turn your Bluetooth on, turn your cell phone on, whatever it is, even your boombox. Y'all, we still got a boombox because we love our CDs we have. Turn on the music and slow dance in your bedroom or in your living room. And, like James said, hold your mate and be close together. That is a lost art, that people don't play slow music anymore. When you go to a party or an outing, or people who still go to the club, I hear they don't play slow music in the clubs anymore. And what's funny is if we go to, say, a birthday party or a wedding, whatever the case may be, before weddings, they tend to do that.
Before COVID, remember I used to always ask the DJ, man, play this slow song, because they play fast music all the time.
Yep.
You need a chance to hold your mate.
That's right.
The slow, I was gonna say slow drag, but that's probably an old school term. Slow drag.
Hey, slow dance. I like slow dragging though. And sometimes my hubby will do that. He'll grab me and just start slow dancing with me, and I'm smiling like
create your own music. Sing.
Yes. He's done it in the shower. That's another thing you can do in the shower. Oh, our daughter's in here, but anyway. Anyway, she says I'm 25, Mom. But anyway, so yeah, he slow danced with me in the shower because a slow song came on the music that we had while we were in the shower. So yeah, that was so fun, y'all. I love romance. I really do. And sometimes we have romance and it's not even planned. What else you got? Or is it my turn?
That was mine.
Okay, so some other in-home things to do. My husband's going to think this is corny, but I think it's fun, and we've done it before. So go buy you a fun jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, Lord.
No, some people like stuff like that. So you can go to the store. There's all kind of sexy jigsaw puzzles. There's fun jigsaw puzzles, whatever it may be. And now you can create. So now you can send in a picture, and they will create a jigsaw puzzle for you.
I have two of them downstairs.
Exactly. He has one of his family and one of your mom, I think. So, and then sit down, put it on the table, and sit down and do a jigsaw puzzle together.
So here's what you're telling me. You have a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. You pour it out on the table, and you're searching for pieces to put together. That's romantic.
You're spending time together.
I think that's kind of frustrating.
No, you're spending quality time together. And you know what? Some people, for one of our housewarming gifts, somebody gave us like a tic-tac-toe game. I know someone who loves to do family games, so they would probably love to do that with their spouse. They're always doing family game night. So don't despise something that your mate may like to do.
True.
Didn't James say sacrifice leads to success?
And if you sacrifice something for your spouse, they'll sacrifice something for you.
So if I like putting together jigsaw puzzles, then guess what? My hubby should do it with me, which goes to board games. Have a game night with your spouse. Play some board games, play some cards. A lot of couples I hear do that. James does not like board games. I love board games. But I don't push him into me and him just playing board games. But with the kids at home, then I do say come on, we're having a family game night, because that's my only chance to play board games, which I love. But we also get to play because my family does a family Zoom every Sunday, and sometimes we'll play board games over Zoom. But yeah, have a family game night, or invite another couple over, a COVID-safe couple or a COVID-safe distancing game, and have a game night with another couple. Or you know what? My other thing was go on a double date with another couple. So that's the one that's going out.
And that was good. Invite friends
over for game night. Yes.
So, but here's one that's simple, easy, and it goes a long way.
Uh-oh.
Ask them how can I help you?
Oh, now that is a good one.
Because I know a lot of times, and then this is for you, because a lot of times women can feel overwhelmed. They're doing everything. They're doing the cooking. They're doing the cleaning. Take the pressure off them. Ask them, how can I help you? Is there anything I could do for you to help you to take the
I
pressure
got a
off
couple
of
of
you?
things. But no, seriously. And you know what? Sometimes why that's super important. If gifts, I'm sorry, if acts of service is your spouse's love language, oh my gosh, you want to have now see, most people wouldn't think that was romantic, helping somebody with chores and stuff around the house. But if that is your spouse's love language, it will go a super long way.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
So my next one is do a couples massage. Do a couples massage. So when you're either getting ready to go to bed at night or after you take a shower in the morning, on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, have your oils all ready. Turn on your soft music and lotion each other down or massage each other down with massage oil. You know what? That's fun to do in the shower too. So I got these rubbing salts, and my husband had never really done rubbing salts, but I used it this morning. My arms are so soft. And so when he used the rubbing salts and it has oil in it, you get out. You don't even need to put on lotion because your skin is so soft and you smell good. You don't have to put on cologne. So do a couples massage. Or if you don't want to do it at home, go to the spa and have a couples massage. Now, my hubby won't do that. He does not want to have a massage. He says he don't want anybody's hands all over his body. So guess what? When we go on vacation, I go to the spa while he go do whatever he wants to do. That is the truth.
Here's something that's easy, and I think it's fun, and it's free. And since COVID, it's easy to do. Go on a drive together.
That's a good
That's
one.
something that is romantic, because now it's the two of you in the car. You could find along a lake, find along a beach, whatever the case may be, and just go on a long drive. There's times when, say you're going to visit family out of town and you're on the highway and you're driving together. If you got a convertible or if you got the sunroof, put that back, put on some music, and just go on the drive and enjoy each other's company.
And enjoy
that could be romantic.
Yeah, and enjoy the sights as you go along. And maybe you can stop. And this time of year, people got little
and you can find
fruit and vegetable stands on the side.
You can find somewhere scenic to go.
Vineyards. They've got like where we live. There's all kind of farms you can stop at. Stop at different places along the way that you've never stopped at before. Go ride through a neighborhood with the big, beautiful, gorgeous homes that you're going to own one day, and daydream and talk about those homes and what you would really like yours to look like and be like if you don't already have your dream home. So take that drive and do some different things while you're out. Bye, Catherine. Go take that drive and do some of the things you don't normally do. You wouldn't normally stop at while you're on the drive. Y'all, and you know what? Put your window down and enjoy the fresh air. I think the drive thing is a really good thing. So while we're talking about take a drive, nowadays they've opened up more drive-in movie theaters because you can't go to the actual indoor movie theater. So go to a drive-in movie theater with your sweetheart and take your snacks with you. You don't have to buy them while you're there. Take your favorite snacks with you. And if you have an SUV, and I think you have to park in a certain area, put your SUV up and sit in the back. Take some pillows, some really comfortable pillows with you, and sit in the back of your SUV to watch the movie.
And I know couples of that. And here's something that's simple too. They drive. They might not live near airport, but they drive and watch the planes take off.
Oh, that's some good.
That's something you can do. Sit in your car or sitting, with your back up or sit in the trunk, whatever the case may be. Like Cynthia said, with some pillows and watch the planes take off and land.
Yeah, if you live in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area, we have.
There's a place near the Ronald Reagan Airport in D.C. Where you can actually, it's a scenic. You can park your car and watch the planes take off and land.
Yep, you can either stand outside against the fence or sit in your car and do it. They have it in Baltimore too. So was that? Oh, that was your next one. So another one is mine. Y'all know the weather is nice, and a lot of people doing a lot of outdoor things. So I have several things you can do outside. My first one is plant a tree in your yard. If you own a yard, plant a tree together, because guess what? As you watch that tree grow, you'll see your relationship grow. Let's say you're newly married, you're young.
Check this out. Take it a step further. the both of you go out and plant your own trees, 2 trees together, and it could be the 2 of you, and watch them grow together. And you say them trees are growing together like our relationship.
And see which one flourishes the more. You know, if you're competitive like my husband
No. It's just that these 2
watch
trees,
them grow together. That's true.
These 2 trees represent our relationship. We planted them together, watch them grow together. They're growing together like our relationship is growing.
Well, you know what? We need to do that in our new yard. Go get 2 trees. We was talking about buying 1. Let's get 2 trees, and we can do that too. And then also, when you have kids, you can tell your kids these are trees you planted when you first got married or when you first moved in this house or whatever date you planted it. If you have small children, they can watch the tree grow. And as that tree grows, it makes you think about your relationship, how it's growing and developing. And the trees change through the season. Y'all, just like our relationships change throughout the seasons. We're not the same 24/7. We're not the same all year long. We don't like the same things forever. We change. And so we just want to encourage you while we're talking about this to know that your spouse can and will change. And you need to talk about those things, and you need to accept those things. You need to understand those things. But if you're not talking about it, you're not spending time together, you're not going to really realize it. What you got?
You can write them an IOU.
Okay.
And that's what makes it, baby, IOU dinner.
Remember when you did that jar?
Yeah.
Okay.
IOU a bath together, or run your bath with her. IOU flowers, whatever the case may be. You can have a book of IOUs, some romantic things in the book, and give it to her. She could take one and say, okay, you owe me this, right? You owe me a foot massage. You owe me running the bath with rose petals in it. You owe me a walk. Write some IOUs.
Or do it the opposite way. Make a list or make little coupons of things that you would like from your mate. So, you know,
here's a coupon book. 1 foot massage. Here's a coupon book.
And a
nice long walk together.
And maybe once a week, your mate has to pull something out of your jar that you put in. So you have a jar, you put your things there, what you would like to see your spouse do for you. And once a week, your spouse pulls something out of that jar to do it for you. Yep. That's where the IOU can come in. Maybe it might not be convenient to do it that day.
And IOU came out, but it's more of that coupon. That was my thought thinking of. More of a coupon book, like, baby, here's some coupons. Just let me know when you want to redeem one of these.
Yeah, so if he pulls it out, put IOU on the back.
I want to redeem this coupon. It's a foot massage.
But that's not an excuse for them to back out doing it because they don't feel like it. It just may not be something that you might have a surprise for at the time.
Here's a coupon. Wash my car. Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm making me a list, y'all. I'm putting it in the jar. Yes. I'm making me a list for the summer.
So you can create your own.
Make it seasonal. It's summertime. Bye, cat.
You can create your own coupon book, so your spouse or your mate can just say, all right, I want to redeem this coupon, and whatever the case may be.
Yes. So getting back to my doing things outside this time of year, plant a garden, plant some flowers, or plant a vegetable and fruit garden. One thing that I want to do, I want to plant a fruit tree in our yard. James thinks I'm joking, but I really want to plant a fruit tree in our yard. I don't know if it's going to be plums or apples, lemons, something, whatever. There's some things that grow in the area that we live in. So I am going to plant a fruit tree in the yard.
And then when the job's out, who's going to clean all that?
I'm going to go out there and pick it off. But make a garden in your yard, a raised garden or an in-ground garden, and do it together, you guys. And then you can watch it grow and blossom the same way you should be. You know what? The same way you're watching that tree grow, your garden grow, that's how you should be watching your relationship grow. You should be paying attention to your spouse and the different things that they're feeling, that they're going through, that they want to try out, the things that their dreams, their goals, their visions. That was my next one.
What?
Can I go ahead and do my next one? Plan your future together. Don't tell me that's not romantic.
Yeah.
Plan your future together. You guys, most couples don't sit down and talk about where they see themselves going, what they want to accomplish 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now.
And that was actually on my list. Tell them the view of your future together. But that's the same thing.
That's the same page on that one, right? Yeah, talk about your future, you guys, and write it down. That same little scrapbook we told you to make, maybe take a page in that scrapbook and write down some things you'd like to see the two of you accomplish or do together 5, 10, 20 years down the road, which also takes me to I have what we're talking about now, all these ideas we're giving you. Write down your own bucket list of things that you want to accomplish by the time you're 100 years old.
Things you want to do together, but I know if I do one, she's not going to do it.
What do you mean?
Skydiving. See what I'm saying?
No, I will go with him skydiving.
No. Skydiving together.
No, but I'm gonna be down there taking
or
with the camera,
or zip lining.
with the videotaping.
Zip lining together.
I will go with him, and I'll be taking the pictures. I'll be videotaping it.
It's something we want to do together.
We are doing it together.
That's not doing it together. If you're taking the pictures,
he wants me to risk my life.
No, it ain't risking. Here's one that's simple, and we're gonna come to an end because I know we've been
we're giving you a lot of stuff.
Here's one.
But this is fun, y'all.
And this is mainly for the men and women. You'll love this too. Carry them.
Oh.
You can carry them to the door when you leave or go to work to say goodbye. That I'll see you when I get home. Carry them and then kiss them at the door. It may not be far. You know, some of you say, "Well, I can't carry it. God, that hurt my back," or whatever the case may be. No, try it. I would say carry them.
Like that.
Walk to the door. You know, and that made me think of this movie we saw where he was leaving his wife. And and he didn't know that she was dying of cancer. And she said she was signing divorce papers, but she had one request, that he carries her from the bedroom to the door, which wasn't far, every day for what was it?
I think
2 weeks. It was a month.
I think it may have been for a month, for 30 days.
You know, and he started doing it, and the more each day they became closer and closer, because I guess he did it. You know how when you get married or you move into your first home or any home and you carry your wife over the threshold, just imagine carrying her to the door. In that movie, I think, like Cynthia said.
And what he didn't realize, that every day she was getting weaker and weaker because she had cancer.
And every day it was drawing him closer to her and making him fall more and more in love with her.
When he picked her up, her arms were around his neck, so they were close. They were connected.
And the funny thing about it was, he did it because that's what she asked. Then it got to the habit where he was looking forward to it. He was coming to her like, "Are you ready?" Right? At first, he just did it because, okay, let me just do it, get this over with. He had an attitude. But as time went on, he started looking forward to it, and it drew them closer together. I can't think of the name of that movie, but that was a great. And the daughter noticed it, and I always say, children are visual, and they seen how. And children know when parents argue, they're like, "Wow, they may be breaking up." But as the children watched each day, she saw the love that the two of them started gaining for each other as time went on. That was excellent.
That was excellent. I am actually trying to find this on Facebook so I can read comments, and my phone is stuck. Why is it not moving? Oh, okay. So you guys, we just want to encourage you to do some things. Oh, okay. So Angela Yoakum is watching. Hey, Angie, she says, my fave. I don't know which one was my fave. Hey, y'all, great story. And the son saw all of this.
Yeah, it was the daughter.
Yep, they know.
The daughter saw all of it. And the daughter, it was funny that the daughter was sitting on the steps as he carried her to the door. And then it became, and then they even hugged more, you know, and they, at the very end, I guess after maybe 15 days or so, they kissed goodbye, and then they started hugging the daughter. It was.
And one thing James left out now that came to my memory is that the guy was actually having an affair, and he was
leaving his wife for her.
He filed a divorce and was leaving her to go to the other woman. And so when the woman found out he was carrying his wife, he's like, "I just have to carry out her last wishes. That's what only thing she asked for. She's not asking me for money, nothing else." And so he ended up telling the other woman he couldn't do this, that he loved his wife and he was staying with her. And y'all, it makes me think about how we grow apart because we stop doing things that keep us close, that keep us connected.
But maybe we stop doing the things that brought the two of you together in the first place.
Exactly.
You know, and what that does is that lets the other person feel that you're taking them for granted. You're not doing the things that you used to do.
Right.
You know, but if you start doing those things over again, that's why we talked about nostalgia. That's why we talked about creating those memories. That's why Cynthia talked about a scrapbook. If you start thinking about the things you used to do and you start doing them again,
and do some new and exciting things.
That brings you closer together.
Yes.
That allows you to grow together more. You know, it also opens up those lines of communication where you could talk more. Talk
Right.
about the things you used to do. Talk about how it used to make you feel. Talk about those memories.
Yes.
And watch how your relationship will grow.
And don't always do the same things you've always done. Do something different.
Because think about it.
Exciting.
As time goes on, you know, you evolve. People evolve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the things that you may used to like to do, you may not like to do now. You may like to do different things. So that's where their communication comes in at. Find out the things you like to do now. Oh, baby, I remember when you used to like to go roller skating, this example. And like, well, I don't like that now. Maybe now I like to go bowling.
On any skates, right?
Like now, maybe I like to go bowling.
Like I didn't used to like to play golf, but now I like playing golf. Now I get tired trying to do 18 holes, but take me to the 9-hole golf course.
Go to the driving range and just
I
hit
love
some
the driving
balls.
range.
See, that's the thing. You know, as time goes on, people evolve, but you have to talk about the things that you like to do now that maybe you didn't like to do. For example, you may be like back in the day, didn't like Brussels sprouts. You may like them now.
Oh, I love Brussels sprouts.
But you may not have liked them, right?
But it was the way people used to cook it. People used to boil them and they were bitter.
Right.
Now you know how to roast them.
And that's just an example. So now you can have Brussels sprouts together and it's something you enjoy. And that's another thing I was going to say for the men out there. Maybe cook your wife dinner.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
You know, cook some of her favorite foods.
But some men cook all the time.
Right.
So.
Or take her out or buy the favorite foods and just prepare it. So when she comes home, you have it all prepared like at a restaurant. You know, you don't have to really have to cook. You can go buy it.
But put it on a nice plate and make it look fancy. Yes.
There you go.
Our taste change every 7 years, says tequila. Yes, they do. Tequila. Yes, they do. Our taste change every 7 years, but sometimes they change even more often than that because we have life experience changes. So like for me, you know, I used to go out to a 9 to 5 every day. Now that I work for myself, I like doing different things. Like I love going to networking events. I wasn't doing that when I had a regular job. You know what I mean? So there's different things that we like based on life experiences that happen in life.
And I can say Brussels sprouts is definitely one. I never liked them. Now
he likes the way I cook.
You know, there's a place that we go to, a restaurant near here where they the sauteed Brussels. Oh man, they are so good.
They are so good. They're not better than mine though.
No.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna be honest on here and say, I don't know. But yeah, I think my Brussels sprouts are good if I don't overcook them. Sometimes they get too soft. But you guys, this has been good for me because now I got some new things that I'm going to put in my request jar. I'm going to call it my romance jar. And I'm not gonna
look. You get all right. There's another one I'm throwing out now. All these things are racing through my mind. It could be raining. Take them out in the rain. Kiss them in the rain.
Oh, I had that on my list. Well, it wasn't on my list, but I did read about that somewhere. Now I had James do that.
I want to go outside.
Yeah,
in the rain.
Right. So you know, I'll never forget one time.
It may sound crazy.
Okay. So I remember one time I told James I wanted to go walking in the rain. And the day that he decided he wanted to take me walking in the rain, y'all, I was not ready for it. I wasn't ready for it.
But that's the thing.
That was a long time ago.
It has to be the right time.
It does.
You know, you can say, I ain't going in the rain. I just got my hair done.
Right.
For example. That's for example.
Man, that makes sense.
But when that time comes, you know, be prepared.
Yeah, I got this hair. I can easily go outside
and that's what I always say. You know, opportunities, they don't go away. They go to other people.
That's so true.
So be prepared for when that opportunity comes to spoil them or create that romance.
Yes. Y'all, we usually get on here about 30 minutes. We've been on here almost an hour today. This has been good for me. I'm telling you, it's brought back some memories. Y'all, I'm taking my husband out on the very first really nice day. I am taking my husband outside on the patio. We're going to watch the sunset, and then we're going to do some stargazing. We even got binoculars, y'all. So we're going to do some stargazing, looking at the stars. And I'm going to have my laptop. We're going to watch a movie outside. I was asking him, honey, how can we watch TV outside?
So
and then I remember.
Just giving shout outs to people watching. That making comments.
Well, I don't know how to get to my other site.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to go to the other site. Angela said, this is great. This is great. Yeah. So you guys make sure that you sign up for our KISS challenge that starts tomorrow. Tomorrow starts our 5-day online kiss challenge. Did y'all know that there are health benefits to kissing? Like most people don't know there are health benefits to kissing. Most people don't know that there are over 17 different styles of kissing. And do you know there's like hundreds of ways that you can kiss, like different positions, different places, like on the body and in different places in the world and the house.
I like what it creates. You know, kissing creates a lot of things, and like Cindy said, the health benefits. They're the key to it.
Yeah, y'all just don't know. There's some ways to lose weight kissing. There's ways to get healthier kissing.
Lower your blood pressure.
We're going to talk about that on the 5-day kiss challenge. So if you're not registered, go to our page, marriagebuilttolast.com, marriagebuilttolast.com/kiss challenge, and register for the kiss challenge. And we're going to start live tomorrow. For 5 days, we're going to be talking about that. And you guys are going to find out some really great things with your health, but we're also going to tell you some things that's going to help build your relationship.
Right.
We're doing,
you know, and this has been good today.
And it's quick. We only do 30 minutes. So jump on from 7 to 7:30, Sunday through Thursday for the free 5-day kiss challenge.
And this has been good today. We gave you a lot of ideas how to create that romance. But in the very beginning, if you weren't listening at the very beginning, we told you why romance is important.
Yes.
You know, why it's needed in your relationship.
It is. And romance does not mean that it's got to be so sexy. It's really just spending quality time together.
And that's what it is. It's not about the sex part. It's about more of the intimacy part and the bringing two of you together. It's about creating that bond in your relationship, that growing together, you know, that bringing that closeness. Because we know some couples aren't as maybe close as they used to be. But if you throw that romance out there and start doing some of the things, say, we mentioned, or some of your own ideas even, you know how it will bring you closer together. If you say, well, we're not close together, try some of those things we suggested. Try some of your own suggestions. You know, we didn't even talk about the common ones, bringing her chocolates or bringing her flowers. We didn't even talk about that. We talked about other ones. There's some that may cost a minimal fee.
We didn't even talk about taking a bubble bath, which is always fun.
We didn't even talk about the things we talked about. The things we talked about is some of them are free, and that's the thing.
Most of them were free.
It doesn't cost anything to create that atmosphere. It doesn't cost anything to, you know, allow that romance to come out and to bring you closer together. There's not a fee for that.
We didn't talk about the typical ones, going to the park and having a picnic, going to the park and feeding the ducks.
Just think if you go to taking a walk, holding hands, and just sitting on the bench. All of that stuff can be free.
Yep.
Going for a drive. We mentioned all of those type of things.
Yes.
They're free.
Yep.
And what that does, that not only is creating memories, that's creating that romance, that's bringing the two of you closer together. It opens up those lines of communication, because now when it's just the two of you, who are you going to talk to but each other?
Yep. And then we didn't even talk about going out to a really fancy restaurant, which is one of my favorite things to do every now and then.
Or creating it in your home.
Yeah, but we used to go to fancy restaurants all the time, and I loved it. Y'all, we used to actually go to the restaurants that the Obamas went to. Like, we did a research to find the restaurants in the local area when they lived here, and James and I, we would go to those restaurants that the Obamas went to. But y'all, we were spending a lot of money because they went to some fancy places. So we had to cut back because I don't want all my money going to a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather invest that money. But do it occasionally.
Right. But the key to all of this is just make sure that you create that romance.
Yep.
Because women need it. It lowers the anxiety.
I'm sorry, men need it too.
Right.
Men need it too.
But it lowers that anxiety.
They need to know their woman care about them.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to register for the Kiss Challenge that starts tomorrow. And then also coming up, we have our 4th annual virtual summit. You guys, this summit is going to be on fire. The theme this year is the Totally Confident Couple. Everything we've been doing for the past 7 years in this business has been all about helping couples to become confident in who God has called them to be, to become confident in the couple team that they're creating for life.
And not only confident in yourself and who you are, but in who the two of you are together.
Yes, y'all, come on now. Come on, let's do it. So make sure that you register for that. That too is on our website, marriagebuilttolast.com. That's the number 2. And let me just see if I can bring that up. But yeah, so make sure you get registered for our summit coming up. It's on June 12th. It will be in the evening time so that you can get all your stuff done during the day and sit and relax from 5
and here's
to
the
9.
key about that. We have some great speakers lined up for you
Yes.
who will be talking about all the things
Yes.
that couple needs to be confident. You know,
And it's
whether
not just relationship stuff. It's
Right.
going to be finances.
Right.
It's going to be something to help you with organizing your children, your
Right.
family life, all of
it
that.
could be about blended family. It
Yep.
could be about your estate planning. You know, it could be about dealing with trust issues, dealing with infidelity. It's a whole gamut of experts that will come on and help you and to make sure that you're the total confident couple.
Oh, wow, y'all. It's going to be good, good, good. I can't wait to hear the speakers. Last year, we had thousands to watch the
Right.
virtual summit.
And we
I
stream
mean,
this all over.
We stream it all over. We had hundreds and hundreds of people watching one episode that lasted 30 minutes, like hundreds. So we had thousands overall
and here's
to
the
watch.
key. And one of the best parts of it is the panel. We have a men's
Oh,
panel
yeah,
and a women's panel. So
a husband's panel and a wives panel. Yeah.
So you could ask the men.
We're doing that again this year.
You can ask the men any question you want, and they will present that question to the men, and you will get the answer from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
And a man can ask any question to the women, and you can get that from a woman's perspective, that answer. That's what's so great about it, because we know a lot of times, you know, it's hard to say talk to the person you're with about certain issues. I mean, a lot of couples do it, but sometimes it can be just a little difficult. But how about posting that question to a group of men and hearing different answers from the different men on that topic? It's awesome.
Yes, and just to share, Ministers Dwight and Deidre Russo's are the ones who usually do that, are the ones who do that session. Yep. So we are looking forward to them doing that again this year. We are super, super duper excited. Yes, you guys. So make sure you join us next week. We will be finishing up our monthly theme on the National Couple Appreciation Month and National Couple Romance Month. We're going to give you some more ideas on how to appreciate your spouse and how to become that totally confident couple. Thank you for joining. And as always, if you build it, it will last. God bless you guys.
And we will see you next time.
Have a great day.